It's been almost a year since Robert Kirkman's first successful comic book series, Invincible, premiered as an animated series on Prime. I remember first seeing the trailers and the first look previews and thinking,
nice.
But when I heard Kirkman was behind the source material, all I could think was, what the fuck? Because why would I think that the creator of The Walking Dead would have made a superhero comic? Well, I waited for the first season to finish serializing and I binged it in one weekend and holy crap. What did I witness? Yes, of course, the Think Mark Think memes were all inevitable, but nobody gives a about those. What I wanted to know is how all this mess and crisis could be somewhat resolved, as there was no way in hell they could just magically rebuild everything that just happened by... Wait, no, please, God, no, please! So I went and read all the comics, and if I'm gonna be completely honest, it was one of the best experiences I've ever had. I read all 144 issues of Robert Kirkman's Invincible, and it was incredible. Mark Grayson had one of the best and most rocky character developments I've seen. But it wasn't messy, it wasn't badly written. By rocky, I mean he went through a lot. He started off like all of us. He liked comics, he went to school, his mum barged in on him while he was taking a shit. But the most important thing I think we should take away from this character was his perspective and his morality. Because throughout many of the arcs in the series, Mark's morality changed so much. He started off having a very black and white idea of how superheroes should operate. He took down bad guys without question. He kept his identity very close to him, well, I guess, and he didn't kill his villains. I think one of the most important points the series threw at Mark was that his idea of morality was not as simple as he believed. Where he saw his comrades die at the hands of villains he knew he could have killed, but he decided not to. His phase where he did kill the villains without question or hesitation if he thought needed be, and his falling out with the GDA and his essential boss after they were using villains to fight off threats on behalf of the government. All of these changes in Mark's life happened so quickly so that when you think about it, although it feels like it would span a much longer amount of time, and that's because, well, the way I see it, Robert Kirkman was trying to represent Mark growing up through a metaphor of superheroes.
What?
No, I'm not saying that the whole series is a coming-of-age story and the whole superhero crap is all a metaphor. I'm saying that Mark's life as a superhero not only divides him into an alter ego at first, but becomes his sole persona as being a superhero and being surrounded by superheroes. His whole life taught him what it meant to be an adult, what it meant to be responsible, and what it meant to be a good person. Although I've been talking about Mark's life and Mark's progression, every character has huge arcs and important character progressions that I feel for all characters in the book as if, well, you knew them personally. Like Omni-Man, he's known for literally killing everyone without even blinking, and he's known for having one of the best character redemptions in all of comics, and I would 100% back it every time. Nolan had to go against everything he knew for hundreds or maybe even thousands of years because he realized that the concept of humanity isn't weak, but it's extremely powerful. It was powerful enough to make godlike aliens known for being the most terrifying beings to roam the galaxy, to have morality, have love for things, and have love for other people that they were willing to fight for. Atomy became one of the most important characters in the story of Invincible, and not just being the backbone of Mark's strength and the mother of his child, but also being one of the most capable characters in the whole series. Her powers did prove to be way more inferior than other characters, as Mark literally got stronger every day and more threats came, even, to eventual death. But of course her powers could revive her, even though when she would come to near-death situations, her body could repair itself. But her power definitely was very defiant. But her willpower was probably the most defiant part of her character. When Mark fell out with the government, she was the one who stepped in and created a company practically on her own so they could be financially stable. And when one of Mark's worst threats was about to kill him and her and their child, she was able to talk him out of it completely by herself while she was defenseless and held captive, which honestly is a big part in why she's one of my favorite characters in this whole comic. All in all, this video is just a big love letter to Invincible, kind of like what they did with No Way Home. I read it everywhere. At home, the bus, at school, hell, even on holiday I spent most of my time reading it. I'm not going to talk about the end of Invincible because I want to prompt anybody who hasn't read it or haven't finished it yet to go and read it for themselves, or at least to watch the series. I mean, hey, season 2 and 3 have already been announced, so, yay, we're gonna see what happens next, woo! And can we take a moment to admire Ryan Otley's art? It's so beautiful, and no hate towards Cory Walker, or whenever he did villains because Ryan Otley wasn't there. I'm sorry, I did not like how he drew Mark. I mean, he looked both 20 and 45 at the same time, like, come on. Message! Also get Alex Lennon to 100k subs. I mean, he blew up in like 2 months from getting 3 to like 5,000 subscribers, and he's a really good YouTuber. Okay, goodbye.